Hi, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, it's gonna be another cheese video. Now you guys have been liking these cheese videos as I always state. It's just like a staple on the channel where I just break fights and kind of just do whatever that you want to expect someone else would do. But it works and it makes it faster. So today's video is specifically talking about taking tree. Now if you want a full in-depth guide to do taking tree, there's already a video on the channel explaining the whole cheats, mechanics around taking tree, and most of you guys should already know how taking tree works by now. Wizard101 has been out for a minute now, so there's that. But you're more than welcome to go look at the guide on the YouTube channel. But yeah, we're going to be talking about some cheese stuff and how to make it quicker. From my timing, I think it's like about 3 minutes, even probably a little bit less than 3 minutes. So you can burn through all your challenge mode badges if you are one of those people who are trying to get the Seraph set from finishing all the multiple challenge modes in Almond, or if you're just trying to get extra loot. It's just up to you. But if you do enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave a like on this video. Be sure to subscribe. We're on that grind to 6k subs, hopefully by the end of the month. And then as well as I appreciate everyone that joins the Discord. We're on that rise to 1.6k members. At the time I'm recording this, we're at 1.57. So hey, more of you guys should join. There's plenty of guides in there. There's plenty of things in there as well. And if there's any type of video you guys want me to post on the channel, let me know in the comments down below. I do read your guys' comments, and there is a channel in the Discord where it's like vid and guide suggestions, which I do look at pretty often as well. But now that we got that out of the way, how do you do the cheese and everything like that? Well, if you don't know where taking tree is, he's in the vivarium. Pretty straightforward, and make sure you're on challenge mode, right? Because that's the whole premise of this video. This is not a standard mode cheese. You can do this in standard mode, but it doesn't make it quicker. It's quicker to just do it the regular strat. But on challenge mode, this is the quickest way to get your badges done. Basically, we're gonna use Megaton again. Megaton's broken. As I stated in my Loon Knight video, ever since I posted Megaton, people have been wondering where else does this work. It works on a lot of fights. At this point, Megaton might be banned in the next update, so don't blame me. But basically, we're using Megaton, and it can be realistically any school. The person that's using Megaton can be anybody. And you want to have two people who have done storm weaving. You have to make sure those two people that done storm weaving are completely different schools from each other. So don't have two deaths that have done storm weaving. You want to have someone that has done like a life and a death that have done storm weaving, etc. Right? But that first person can be a balance, right? That first person, since the person that's doing Megaton can be any school. So if you are having a person that's a balance wizard or another storm wizard, they can just be the person in slot 1. And then the hitter, make sure that they have at least, well, the maximum which you can have right now currently in challenge mode, which is around 207 damage, and they just need 50 pierce. That's realistically all you need. If you're trying to go for the stack cap for pierce, you can, like, it's not needed, but you just need a bare minimum 50% pierce. And then realistically, it's just reinforce, blade stack a bunch, and do path be sirens. Now on the strat, I did write that you pass for the first couple rounds because there's no need to do anything. If you do want to cast a bubble, you can, for example, but the thing is he does have doom and gloom in his deck, so there's no reason to rely on that bubble for your calculations on how much damage you do, because if he does counter it, whatever, like he just randomly casts a bubble, you're kind of chalked. So it does bother it a little bit. And for example, if you want to use different blades, different 35 blades, you can. And also that balance blade doesn't have to be a balance blade, but I do recommend at least having a 30% buff right there, because that's the bare minimum you need. If you want to use a treasure card right there, you can. But also keep in mind the minion can also cast a no pip aura on you, so you don't gain pips, either on person 1 or person 2. It just depends on if you stagger join or not. So keep that in mind as well. So when you are trying to stack buffs, so you can use treasure cards and stuff like that. I just didn't include it in the strat because I try to keep it consistent with just like item cards, so you don't have to like pack treasure cards or everything like that, or make a brand new pet. If you want to use a pet blade, by all means, go for it. Like if you want to swap out of the Ellie blades for a pet blade, you can do that, right? There's a lot of different buffs you can do. It just comes down to what you want to do and what your team wants to do and what they have. The jewels are very easy to get. You can get them in Wallaroo, you can buy them from the vendor. But if, for example, someone doesn't have that, or if, you know, they can have a piece of gear that has an LE blade or a pet that has an LE blade. There's a lot of versatility when it comes to the item cards, or just the 35 buffs. But the main premise is that you do need to have 2 dual blades for storm weaving, because the fact is they have 45 blades. I premise this a lot. The 45 blades are really good, and I'm going to be adding them into strats more and more and more, because it does not take too much effort to get storm weaving done on a character. Just rank 1. Rank 1 is when you get the blades. It's really not that difficult. Another thing is, for your storm, you do want to make sure you do have max tier path B sirens, so you can have the most amount of damage. Now if that person doesn't have max path B, all you realistically need to do is just have person 1 and or not person 1, have person 2 and 3 both cast a blade on the storm, so then he flip-flops the blade back to you. That's something you can do. It's just a little bit more animation time, but if you don't have max path B sirens, you can do that, right? And then as well as what you could do, the person in slot 1, instead of doing like a bounce blade or like a dragon blade that's 30%, they can just use a 35% treasure card storm blade, right? So you can definitely increase the buffs, but this is just the bare minimum of what you need, because he doesn't have like V-plagues or anything like that. He doesn't do like Continuate, or not Continuate, he doesn't do like the weakness aura or whatever. And he doesn't swap auras or anything like that. So it's a pretty straightforward fight, and you'll burn through your challenge mode badges for this pretty quickly. I think you need like 40 or something for taking tree, but yeah, like you can do the math behind this, you'll finish pretty quick. Honestly, I think this is probably better than farming it on standard for taking tree, because currently we did have double reagents, or at least at the time of recording this there was double reagents, right? But you're more than welcome to just wait till double reagents again, or which, I mean, it doesn't come back that often, I'll be honest with you. You can still get a pretty good amount of moon dust from here, and then as well as he does drop the wands and the amulets. So if you are a person that's trying to just have the stats of the wands, yeah, go for it. The amulets, I don't think it's worth chasing, as I always state in my gear vids, because the Reaver one is better just because it has an item card blade for your own school, right? The avatar ones don't give you that. They just give you 2 auras, which you're not really going to be using. That's a downside. But you do get the access of crafting your circle jewels from taking tree. So if you want more damage jewels or pierce jewels, you can just, you know, farm taking tree. But that doesn't mean you have to do it on challenge mode to unlock the badge for crafting. I feel like a lot of people have been getting that skewed, where it's like, hey, do I have to challenge mode to unlock the badges for crafting? No, it's just that I do challenge mode for certain things for increased drop rates, as well as if you are trying to grind badges, like other badges, like just for example the Seraph gear, right, the Shadow Seraph gear. That's why most people are doing challenge mode. Some people are just doing it for the increased drop rates, but some people are actually grinding the badges because they want to unlock that Seraph set. And I've seen a lot of people use it now just because all the challenge modes are basically broken. Mother Sun is having more mobs than intended. Kansu you can stagger join, which I wouldn't recommend, because stagger joining to a certain extent you're not supposed to do. And then as well as Luna, you can just taunt your way all through it, and then taking tree, which is the whole premise of this video. So yeah, like all the challenge mode stuff is basically broken in Selenopolis, so a lot of people are going to be having the Seraph set. I expect it. And then eventually with the Wallaroo ones didn't get any like cheese involved, other than Freddy, because Freddy was an annoying one to farm for the badge. But the other ones are kind of just still the same, because there's not really a way to like decrease the rounds realistically. So there's that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little cheese guide video. I'll eventually make more. It just depends on what I want to do and what I want to try. So be on the lookout for more cheese videos. I enjoy making them, but like I don't want to make them all the time, because you guys got to keep in mind a lot of stuff will eventually just get patched or banned. The more cheese I do, the more stuff's gonna get banned, more stuff is gonna get removed from the game, and you know, it's gonna happen. So have fun with your cheese stuff, because this is completely fine. It is allowed. It is using cards at my disposal. I am not doing anything else like stagger joining or anything like that. So you're completely justified to do mega taunt. Nothing will happen to your account. I'm literally using cards at my disposal, and that's why I'm making all these videos. So there's that. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this cheese, and hopefully you guys are getting your badges and your gear and everything like that. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, or message me in the Discord. I try my best to respond to DMs, but sometimes it does get hectic. So there's that. That is it for me. Leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff. Get me to 6K. We're on that grind to 6K. And don't forget to join Discord. As I state, we got to get to 1.6K members in there. And yeah, so that is it. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.